Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to Eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair
with liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it. The fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. There come caresses they can't even fathom. I'm not even sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children longing for the past. Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children. Cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. There could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. The ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You're trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, man. Oliver Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize
recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my life here. Down it! I love them. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy? He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here, it can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball, so it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always was raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. The whole stand's full of people all roaring. In baseball, never known an instance where so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets.
Line drive and a base hit. Just as to score the tying run. Green to the plate. And he is saved.
We're 1 out away, Braves country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the World Series. And the place is going bananas.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
You're in Braves country.
Pound of beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are back at it. We're right here with you. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call of radio baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun, and chop along. Get your game face on. We'll go over the lineups as the game moves along. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves Country! See who we have got here. We're going to fly through this. We only got a couple of minutes, so we'll hit the country clubbers. Good to see you, Ashley, Iron, Uncle Charlie, Nathaniel, Taylor, Bobby, Willis, JC, Zen Good, Been Good. Bobby B. I'm assuming Scotty B's in here as well. Ashley, I think we already got you. There's Scotty B. Who else lights up the board? Trip, good to see you. Taylor Made. We'll have a second round of salutations on where you hail from here in a little bit. Royal PETA. The Atlanta Braves are wearing their all whites. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we'll kick it in. We'll hit the lineup as we go along here. Grant Holmes firing his final warm-up toss. The Braves are wearing their home whites, top to bottom, Braves across the chest. In red, outlined in navy. Same with the tomahawk down below. and it's striped in gold. They're wearing their Salute to Service Weekends ball cap. So it's like an army green with the symbol on the side. I don't see the USA flag, and instead it says Salute to Service. And there's something that's written across the top. Oh, wait a minute, there's the flag. There's something that's written across the top, and I believe that says Salute to Service, but I don't own one of those hats, so I'm not 100% sure. Good to see you, my man, Nathaniel Brooks. We're set for Atlanta Braves baseball here on a Sunday afternoon. Brandon, good to see you. See what else we got here. Tommy, KC. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Tommy, AJ. Oswaldo. Trying to scroll through these real fast. I think I'm going to run out of time. But once again, we're about to do Where Do You Hail From? And all the fun stuff here on a Braves Country Radio ball game. We got all, we'll have that and the dinner crowd and the drinking crowd, and good day for Sunday afternoon baseball. Warm one. It's going to be 85 degrees at first pitch with the wind slightly blowing in from center at about 7 to 10 miles an hour. Grant Holmes is set, and we're set. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves Country, and the first pitch is right down the pipe. For a strike, it's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 from Holmes. Turns and kicks. Swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. Your home plate umpire today is Hunter Wendelstedt. First base will be manned by Edwin Moscaso. Second base, Vic Carapazza. And down the third base line, it's Nick Lentz. The 0-2 from Grant Holmes is swung on and ripped into center field. That's down for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for the Red Sox. We'll get Grant Holmes emoji here in a second. Sunday mornings are always a little tough for us to get everything locked in. Hope y'all enjoyed your Sunday mornings wherever you went, whether it was to church or just hanging out with family. So Gasper comes to the plate, and he'll take the first pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. I don't know if they're riding a hot hand or if he's just essentially going to be in their lineup full term, but Gasper batting .381 on his young season in the major leagues is the 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. Talked about it the other night, but his numbers don't really play in his career. The 30-year-old backstop who's DHing today. But he started off hot, and they're riding the hot hand. The 1-1 pitch right there. Drops a slider. Down Main Street, it's 1-2. One-two count. Down and in, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three, got him, and there's one away. One on, one down, and Abreu coming to the plate. First pitch swinging. It's 0-1. Give it a second. You should be able to use the emoji for Grant Holmes. We just loaded in. Usually takes a second for it to load. So I'll check it for you so you don't have to stop what you're doing. Is the 0-1 outside wide? 1-1. 1-1 count. There it is. Duran at first. Pitch on the way. Swing Hits it on the ground over to second. Ozzie will go the long way to second base and get the force out, get the lead runner, and there's 2 down. Left to right across the outfield for your Atlanta Braves. It's Azakar in left, Harris in center, and Yaz is in right. Riley, Mateo, Ozzie, and Olsen around the horn. They're giving Dubon the day off. He's been struggling a little bit at the plate. Drake is behind the plate, and Holmes is on the bump. First pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it back to Contreras. It's 0-1. For the Boston Red Sox, it's Duran, Gasper, who you just saw, and Abreu. Contreras is batting fourth. Rafaela batting fifth. Meyer, the second baseman, batting sixth. Monasterio, shortstop, batting seventh, is the 0-1 pitch. Just misses. Looked like he got the inside paint, but didn't get the call. 1-1. Might be a little too early to start using challenges. Narvaez is batting eighth, and Sogard gets the start at third coming up. The 1-1 swing. Chops it to Ozzie over at second. He's got to wait on it, but he'll flip it to first, and that'll end the inning. So they get one on, and then Grant Holmes takes him down. 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash here on the Braves Country Radio Network.
Okay, so today I am trying the Hennessy Habanero Fruity Pebble Chicken Sandwich from Lisa Soul Food in Atlanta. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That's nasty.
I said I don't care what you think about me. I do care what you think about me as long as you care enough to know who I really am.
Okay, stop rubbing your nose, and I know it's that time of the month for you. But I bet we can both agree that periods are over-exaggerated, a little inflated, my cramps, my crampy cramps, and that's why you just...
Over-exaggerated?
Hold on, Danny, I'm not telling you. No, women use it as an excuse to be like, I'm on my period, that's why I'm in a bad mood. And
An excuse? Are you kidding? You have the sniffles and you turn into a puddle of piss. You could not deal with fatigue and bloating and stabbing pains. It feels like...
Yeah, I'm a D1 athlete. I've broken my bones. I got up the next day and I was up and running.
Sure, and that happened one time. My irritability is sky high, and I might be arrested. So I'm like talking to myself.
Might be arrested?
Arrested.
For what?
For putting hands on you.
You're for what?
During that stretch of time, he was learning. He was just going to work. In jazz, they call that woodshedding.
Greg Maddux on the mound for the Cubs.
They struck them out.
Maddux, a tough pitcher. He's won 6 in a row on 8 of his last 9 decisions.
And the fans responding to 22-year-old Greg Maddux.
Those were his years of figuring out who he was and what he was about.
What's the biggest difference between the Greg Maddux of 1987 and the Greg Maddux right now?
Well, I think I developed some confidence in my breaking ball and my changeup, how to throw it and maybe when to throw it, and I think that's probably been the biggest difference this year.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Drake Baldwin leads us off in first pitch swinging, hits the ball on the ground, rolls it to second. It's going to be a 4-3 putout, 1 pitch, 1 out, and the Braves are underway here offensively as Brian Bayo, the pitcher for the Red Sox. He has been doing some work as a bulk relief guy, and he's gotten some pretty good progress. Started off the year very, very bumpy, so they put him in the bullpen to do long work, talking about 4 or 5 innings, and he's done better, so they're going to him to start today. The first pitch to Ozzie Albies is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. It'll be Ozzie after Drake. Ozzie and Icehouse is standing on deck. Matt Olson, the 1-0 pitch. Outside wide misses. 2-0. Michael Harris II is batting fourth. Riley batting fifth, playing third. The Dominator, Dominic Smith, is batting sixth, the designated hitter. The 2-0 to Ozzie. Bayo turns and kicks, and inside, 3-0. Mateo is at short and batting seventh. They're giving Dubon the day off, so he's not in left and he's not at short. Yaz is in right, batting eighth, and Azakar Draws the start in left with Dubon taking the seat. The 3-0 pitch. Right down the pipe for a strike. 3-1. Tommy, Trevor Story's probably done for the season. The 3-1 pitch, swing, lifts it into right field, and that's down for a base hit. And it's a 1-out single for your Atlanta Braves. Good piece of hitting there by Ozzie.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
You missed it. The Atlanta Braves picked up Austin Gomber off the trash heap, and they'll assign him to AAA Gwinnett. There was speculation that they were picking him up to start on Monday. That is not the case, thankfully. They have released the starting pitching. We'll go over that in a second. The first pitch on the way to Matt Olson's upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. We'll see. Trevor Story could come back, Tommy. I don't know if you're a Red Sox fan or not, but it doesn't look good. He had a hernia surgery, and that usually puts you down for quite some time. The 1-0, right down the pipe for a strike, 1-1. The Orioles signed Tommy Pham to a minor league contract a few days ago. See if he makes it back. I think they said that would be his 12th team if he makes it to the bigs. The 1-1 pitch, outside wide, 2-1. You know you're struggling for offense when you sign Tommy Pham because he's a clubhouse cancer everywhere he's gone. That's why he's never gotten a long deal. He used to be a pretty good hitter. It's kind of faded the last couple of years. Baltimore looking for any life in their offense. The 2-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back, 2-2. Yeah, the surgery's a go, Tommy. They were talking about it. I guess it was yesterday morning. But it doesn't look good for him in 2026. That's the short of it. The 2-2 to Olson. Misses high and out of the zone, 3-2. Because what the Sox press was ticked off about is basically they're saying you knew this was an issue a while back and you did nothing to prepare for the fact that he might go down long term. Payoff pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. So it's a 1-out walk. Runners at first and second, 1 down. So first and second, 1 out, and Michael Harris. Money Mike coming to the plate. Let's see if this gives you there we go. First pitch swinging, bangs it down the first base line, foul. It's 0-1. Tommy, you're more than welcome. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but we do out-of-town broadcasts, and the Red Sox are one of the teams we carry quite a bit. I think we've done 4 this year with the Red Sox. First pitch on the way down and in for a ball off that 0-1. It's 1-1. I mean, this is a spot for baseball fans. We don't care who your team is. Everybody's got a reason why they pull for a certain team. Except for Dodger fans. They're all on a bandwagon. The 1-1, right below the knees, ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 count. Can you imagine being that Dodger fan that's like from Los Angeles, lives next to the stadium or whatever, and they can't convince anybody once they move away? No, I've always been a Dodger fan. I swear I have. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, chase the changeup off the plate, 2-2. I like how Iron Lung has kept up with the IOU pile. The 2-2. Mayo steps off the Bump for a second. You got 2 on, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Olson's at first. Ozzy's at second. So anything that were to get down should score. The 2-2 pitch, swing. Hammers it down the line. Right field foul. One caveat to that is they've got one of the best in the business out in center field, so you got to be careful he doesn't rob a base hit and double you off. The 2-2 down and in, ball 3, 3-2. The full count pitch, brings it. Swing, slices it down the third base line. Payoff pitch once again. Swing, chops it over to second. That's going to be a 4 to 6 to 3. Almost turned the double play. Money Mike busting it down the line, so that'll keep the inning alive. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Tracy, the interim GM, looks to see if he wants to challenge it. He does not. So wild what they did with Chad Tracy, bringing him up from the minor leagues. From, I believe, A-ball. But he was one of the guys that really digs into the analytics that the Red Sox front office loves to lean on. As the first pitch to Austin Riley is a cutter up top. It's 0-1. And I guess he said all the right things whenever they called him and let them know they were letting the manager go for the Alex Cora, the manager for the Red Sox, letting him go, that they wanted him to come all the way up and shuffle the deck. The 0-1 pitch. Inside high, 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it, swing, chops it foul. 1-1. Braves nothing, Red Sox nothing. 1-2. The 1-2 count. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Kicks and fires, swing. That ball is belted high and deep. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a, ding-dong. A 3-run shot. And the rake delivers. Here in the first inning, it's 3-0, good guys.
My boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Hanging slider, and he drilled it. That'll bring Dominic Smith to the plate, batting .349 on the year. First pitch, swing and a miss, down and in. It's 0-1. The 0-1. In the dirt, good take. 1-1. Narvaez going to come out there and talk to him real quick. Braves lead it 3-0. If you're just joining us, a 3-run home run by Austin Riley has put the Braves on top. So a 1-1 count to Dominic Smith. 4 home runs, 349 batting average, 18 RBI, and 900 OPS. The 1-1 pitch from Bayo. Right there at the knees. Down and in, it's 1-2. Dominic Smith's going to take his time out as he steps out of the box swinging the stick. We'll keep you updated on the 2 big games in Braves country today. Philly and the Pirates. Great pitching matchup at Skeens versus Wheeler. And the Yankees and Mets. They're both playing right now. The 1-2 in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2. Braves will face the Marlins tomorrow in a 4-game series. They're trailing Tampa Bay 4-2 in the 5th. The Nationals are trailing the Orioles in the second 1-0. The 2-2. High and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-2. So a full count. Bayo, by the way, is at 29 pitches. This will be pitch number 30 as Mateo looms on deck. The full count. Brings it. Swing, rips it into center, but right at Rafaela, and he'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. But not before your Atlanta Braves put 3 on the board. Austin Riley, going yard.
You're my boy, Blue!
We go to the second.
Blue, you're my boy!
Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. See where everybody's hanging out today. We got Oakland, California, Ellery, South Carolina. And if I do butcher some of these names, I do apologize. I don't know every town pronunciation, but we'll do the best that we can. Hinesville, Georgia, Southwest Michigan, Thompson, Georgia, Kings Island, Lafayette, Louisiana. Not to be confused with Lafayette, Tennessee. Noonan, Georgia. Hey, we know Noonan, Georgia. We got a radio station that carries us there. Dothan, Alabama. Clemson, South Carolina. West Palm Beach, Florida. Back to work goes Grant Holmes. First pitch is up high for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. Swings, slices it towards right field. And drifting back, making the catch is the Yaz for out number 1 here in the second inning. One up, one down, and Marcelo Meyer coming to the plate. First pitch is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Outside the zone, ball 2-2-0. Yeah, Tripp, I knew that Lafayette's the one that actually pronounces it correctly. I used to live near Lafayette. The 2-0 right there at the knees, 2-1. Because the name is a French name, obviously, because Louisiana, founded by the French. So it's actually pronounced correctly. in Louisiana. The 2-1. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. 2-2. Looked like that ball hit the bottom of the zone anyways. Two count. Holmes comes set. Turns and fires. Pitch down and in. Good take there. Did not go around that time. And it's a full count. Braves lead it 3-0. We're in the top of the second inning. 3-run homer by Austin Riley got us going in the first. The payoff pitch, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. It's not New Orleans, it's Nolans. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's 2 away. Good pitch. And that'll bring Monasterio to the plate. I think I've heard the pronunciation of New Orleans a million different ways in my lifetime. First pitch on the way, down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. I can tell you this: the people who live in Louisiana, they will definitely tell you that's not the right pronunciation. New Orleans. The 1-0, just like the folks from Louisville, Kentucky. The 1-0 pitch down and away, ball 2-0. 2-0 count as Holmes steps off the mound for a second.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us.
2-0. This is down and away, ball 3-0. Thank you, Iron Lung.
We accept that one of us. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
The 3-0 pitch. Taken all the way on a 4-seam fastball, 3-1. 3-1 to Monasterio. Standing on deck. The number 8 hitter. Swing. Pops it up. High in the sky. And that should end the inning. Ozzy's underneath it. He'll make the catch, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Leading 3-0 here in Atlanta on a Sunday afternoon.
Work and hard labor for 300 plus years. I'm demanding this seat.
Decked, absolutely, right then and right there. I don't freaking care what color skin you are. You're a man yelling in a woman's face like that. You'd be absolutely decked. What is it that men just seem to think that they can take everything from women? You can take our spaces, you can take our spots in sports, everything. You think that you can be entitled to a seat that somebody else paid for? We fought for so long to be equal, and then we were equal, and then we tried to break the quote-unquote glass ceiling, and now we're back to square one again.
This may piss some of you off, and quite frankly, I could care less. But this goes out to all you celebrities. You probably won't see it, but hey, I'm going to say it anyways. After what happened with Diddy, knowing that probably most of you are on that list, you coming out and telling us who to vote for, we could give a rat's ass what any of you have to say.
From the Chicago Cubs, pitcher Greg Maddux.
I remember walking in the locker room. I was next to Dwight Gooden, and that was pretty cool because at the time he was the best pitcher in baseball. And I heard him fart. How about that? I heard Doc Gooden fart.
In 1989, Greg's our best pitcher.
He has also, in the last 2 years, become one of the finest pitchers in the major league.
And this team looks like they're destined for the playoffs.
It seemed like Cubs winning seasons, as few as they were, came out of nowhere. Almost like a spring rainstorm. All of a sudden, there's a cloudburst. There's a cloudburst of wins for the Cubs, and to have Maddux, a homegrown starting pitcher, at the front of the rotation that way was just completely embraced by Cubs fans.
Cubs win the division! Cubs win the division!
We don't make the playoffs in '89 without him. I mean, that would have been a long, dry run for the Cubs without Greg Maddux.
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Welcome back. Brian Bayo goes back to work. I think something's going on with this pitch comm, so we'll wait for a second for that to get cleared up. No real news on Ronald Acuna Jr. We're going to go over it all tomorrow on Braves Country Today. It'll come on the air just before Game 1. So tomorrow's feed starts at 6 p.m. We'll have Braves Country Today kicking for you. We're going to kind of go over the whole week on those. Unless if it's a big series, we'll do the beginning of the series. But a week like this week with Marlins and Nationals, we'll do the one on Monday. And we may add stuff as the week goes on. It just depends if something breaks. First pitch on the way is inside to Mateo. It's 1-0. But he's been running. But honestly, I go back to my original prognostication that we get him back next weekend in Atlanta versus Washington. The 2-0. Inside, ball 3-3-0. He wants to come off the IL. He's been lobbying for it. But they want to give him a little extra time. Remember, we're supposed to get Eli White off the IL tomorrow. There's a 3-0 from Bayo right down the pipe for a strike. It's 3-1. So you have that in your back pocket, knowing that you're going to get Eli White back going into the series. There's a 3-1 inside, ball 4. Red Sox want to challenge this, so we'll see what happens here. And they're going to call that a strike. That was close. A little surprised that was a successful challenge. It just touched the black. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. Full count. Infield is back and to the left. Kicks and fires. Swung on, fouls off his instep. We'll do it again. Standing on deck is Diaz. The payoff pitch once again. Kicks and fires, swing, and he's going to drop that into left field. That's going to get down where the green grass grows, rattling up against the wall. And it's a leadoff double for your Atlanta Braves. Great at bat there by Mateo. You know, when he lost that, or when the walk was overturned, it's easy to lose your focus, but he continued to battle and got the pitch he was looking for and ripped it down the line. So now the Yaz comes to the plate, batting .221 on the season. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch is a cutter upstairs. Oh, 1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chopper down the line. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Turns and kicks. Misses high, 1-2. Thank you, Bobby and Scott. We'll get the soundtrack playing as soon as we get a chance here. The 1-2 to Yaz. Runner at second, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swing hits it up the middle, and that ball's going to scoot over to the left side. Monasterio makes a diving catch, and he'll stop the ball from going to the outfield, but it's an infield single by the Yaz. How about that?
Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything.
Yabba, dabba, do. Yahoo!
Good heads-up base running by Mateo as he makes sure the ball doesn't go. He didn't get too far off the third base bag. Monasterio was looking to throw behind him.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us.
Thank you, Bobby. Zazakar is at the plate.
One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Google gobble, one of us. Google gobble, one of us. Google gobble.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
Runners at the corners, nobody out. The 1-0 count.
Google gobble, one of us.
Inside ball 2-2. They've typically only been starting Azakar with the left-hander, but he's been swinging the bat pretty well. I also just think this is more than anything else to give Dubon a day off. He has been playing every day, all over the field, and it's good to get him the mental rest and rest his legs every once in a while. The 2-0, high and inside, 3-0. And they're giving Kim the day off because he is coming off of the injury and just getting back into the swing of things. They want to make sure that he stays healthy. The 3-0 pitch, high and inside. Ball 4, so he'll head on down to first. And while we got time to do that, we got time to thank Mr. Scotty B.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Super gobble, super gobble, super gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Google gobble, one of us. Google gobble, one of us. Google gobble.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
Google gobble, one of us.
So the bases are loaded. Ducks all over the pond. And Drake Baldwin to the plate. First pitch to Drake Baldwin as the bases are juiced here. The Braves lead it 3-0 if you're just joining us, bottom of the second. First pitch is upstairs, misses off the plate. It's 1-0. Navias wanted that call, didn't get it, but he's not going to challenge. The Braves have announced their stars, and we'll go over this tomorrow on Braves Country Today. But just so you know, tomorrow is J.R. Ritchie Day. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Good change up there, 1-1. Then it's expected to be Martin Perez. He was supposed to pitch Monday, but when he came in for relief the other night, that pushed him back a day. Chris Sale will go on Wednesday, and Strider on Thursday. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Ball 2-1. So everybody gets an extra day of rest except for Richie. Richie's pitching off of normal rest. He pitched on Wednesday. Sale will get the extra day of rest. See, pitched on Thursday and Spencer on Friday. So they'll go off of 6 days. The 2-1 down and in, ball 3-1. So 3-1 count. Like I said, you don't have to jot all this down. We'll go over it on Braves Country today. But tomorrow is J.R. Ritchie Day. You know what's fun about this year's team? There's not a starting pitcher I dread. The 3-1 down below the knees. Ball 4, and he'll head on down to first, and we'll keep the line moving. 4-0 your score. Ozzie Albies coming to play. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch is in the dirt, and it is 1-0. If y'all are just joining us, Austin Riley with a 3-run home run. He gave the Braves a 3-0 lead. An RBI walk by the Drake just moments ago. Also in Braves news, the Braves signed left-handed pitcher Austin Gomber to a minor league deal. He'll go to Gwinnett. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, chops it off back behind him. It's 1-1. One count. Turns and fires. Swing and a miss. Curveball upstairs. 1-2. It's something I think a lot of people don't know about with Sandy Leon, our current backup catcher, is the 1-2 pitch. Swing, chops that one off the plate. Foul, back behind him. A couple of weeks ago, he was playing in the Mexican League before the Braves gave him a call to come up to fill in for the injured Sean Murphy. And he's honestly done a pretty good job. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Don't think that's going to be deep enough. Very shallow left field. The catch by Duran. Yaz thinks about it, but he's just drawing a throw in the hopes that the ball gets away, and there's one down. So you would have liked to have seen a fly ball by Ozzie, but the bases are still loaded. One out. Matt Olson coming to the plate. Big Matt Olson could really put a dent into that scoreboard with one swing here. First pitch to Olson, swing, chops it over towards first, and that's going to be a force play, but that will be an RBI, G3 in your scorecard, and the Braves lead it 5-0. Might have jumped the gun a little too early on that pitch, that at bat. They went with the changeup down and trying to get him rolling to a double play. Thankfully, Gaz was at third, so no real chance of getting the force at home. They just tapped the bag and held the ball. Second and third, 2 outs, righty-lefty. First pitch swinging, hits that ball on the ground to second base, and that'll be a 4-3 putout. So we couldn't have gotten a lot more onto the scoreboard, only get the 2. It's 5-0. We go to the third here in Braves country.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner? Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hut, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care.
One large jambalaya, please.
Jambalaya?
Think he can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the Big and Tall shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then! And then! No and then! And then! No and then! And then! No and then! And then!
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor?
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese balls syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
And maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
One large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man.
You know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
It is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay up there, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order some pizza.
A little neighborhood joint called Domino's. Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now. What's for dinner?
Welcome back. Grant Holmes goes back to work, and the first pitch is right there at the knee. Sinker. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Pops it up down the right field line. Bending foul. Gaz giving chase. He'll run out of room as it smacks the tarps. 0-2. Braves lead at 5-0. Braves scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second. So an 0-2 count. Outside wide, 1-2. On deck is Sogard. Duran in the hole. The 1-2 swing. Hammers it towards left field. Making the diving, tumbling catch is Azakar as a man making that catch. Wow, what a play. L7, you can write that down. That ball was hit on a line, and Azakar had to make a tumbling, stumbling catch against his glove hand, away from his glove hand, and kept it from hitting the ground. Man, that's an impressive catch right there. He's known for his defense down in the minor leagues and his base running. What's been a bonus is he's been getting some base hits. First pitch upstairs to Sogard, righty-lefty. It's 0-1. Nick Sogard, batting .269 down in AAA this year with 5 home runs and an .871 OPS. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. Wanting to get Acuna a little more time to make sure he's fully healed before he comes back so it's not a lingering injury. And the fact that is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the slider, 2 down. And then you add to the fact that not only has Acuna had some of his more crippling injuries in that park in Miami, I think that's a very small factor. But Azakar and Yastrzemski have been playing really well recently, so it seems kind of foolish to rush him back until he's fully ready. The first pitch is at the knees to Jarren Duran. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Sizzles it to the backstop. It's 0-2. (0-2) count. 5-0 your score. Righty, lefty. Holmes comes set and brings it. Swing, lifts it into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to go up against the wall, and it's a double for Duran, his second of the series, and his second base hit of the game. He singled to center his first time up, so he is 2 for 2. The guy who started off slow, who is starting to, looks like he's really starting to swing the bat a lot better than. The month of April was brutal for Jarren Duran. Mickey Gasper coming to the plate. First pitch swinging, saws it off foul. Third base dugout. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Pops it up. High in the sky. As a car, he'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. I like how some people will try to drag an athlete for not running full sprint when they can barely get off the couch without popping a hamstring. We'll be back in a flash.
There are women who willingly go with their man into Twin Peaks. I just passed it and saw 2 women with their man bebopping on in. Girl, if he tells you he is there for the food, I am a natural blonde.
The Irish goodbye, the most effective way to f*** off from somewhere you don't want to be.
We got an old boy down at home that runs for sheriff every term, and he never could get sheriff. He'd make a fine-looking sheriff if he could just get the vote. One time he's out electioning and went up to the door, and he said, "Ma'am, I'm Ross Garrett. I'm running for sheriff." She said, "Hold it right there, Ross." Said, "I've known you ever since you was a little boy." Said, "I wouldn't vote for you if you was the last living male human being in Weakley County." Said, "You run with the wild women, you drink whiskey, and you play with playing cards. You so sorry. If you was to fall over dead in the front yard, the buzzards wouldn't stop to eat you." And old Ross put his hat back on and went to the truck. And he got his little tablet out and went down there beside her name, and he wrote "doubtful."
Mike went into that World Series feeling the weight of what had just happened.
It really looked to me like he was carrying all the pressure in the world in those playoff games. I think he was really frustrated. The Astros pitched him very well.
Wondering how Philadelphia was going to perceive him.
He has been booed in this town during the course of this year, but not at World Series time, at least not yet.
There's so much pressure he put on himself, always, but especially in that World Series.
It was a burden to have not had any success in the postseason.
2 teams who have never won a World Series square off in baseball's October showcase.
Welcome back. Righty-righty matchup. Austin Riley takes the first pitch right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Pops it back foul. 0-2. Braves 5, Boston nothing. Bottom of the third. Yankees lead the Mets 1-0 there in the bottom of the third. The 0-2 to Riley. Bayo pitch number 60. Brings it, swing, hammered towards right center field, and making the running catch out there is Rafaela. That man can cover some ground out there. One away. Riley had kind of a smirk or a grin of like, I can't believe he got to that. But Rafaela's one of the best glovemen in the business out there in center field. He actually made it look a lot easier than most center fielders are going to struggle to get to that ball. One of the things that he does really well, for those of y'all who don't watch Boston very often, he gets great jumps off the bat, and he sees the ball really well. His instincts are incredible. First pitch right there at the knees to Dominic Smith. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Hard hit ball over to second. That'll be a 4-3. And 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Jorge Mateo, the batter. First pitch swinging. Fouls it out of the glove of Narvaez. It's 0-1. Mateo double to left his first time up. Came around to score. The only person who has not been on base The 0-1 pitch, swing, chops it over to third. It's going to be a 5-3 put out to end the inning. High throw, but just touched the bag, and Mateo busting it down the line, but he'll be getting by about a half step. Only person not to get on base for the Braves so far is Dominic Smith. Everybody else either has a base hit or a walk. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Afternoon, everybody. What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I think I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
About a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers, too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket.
Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore? Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
The Chinese bar? Okay.
What's shaking? All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking of things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you? Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Welcome back. First pitch down and in to Abreu leads Red Sox off in this inning. It's 1-0. It'll be Abreu, Contreras, and Rafael. Braves lead at 5-0, top of the fourth. The 1-0 right there for a strike, 1-1. One pitch down and in. 2-1. I just saw what Scotty B put up there. I'm not sure what that means, but it's funny. It actually is the white zero that I'm drinking. I always get like a mix of them, and today, Sunday afternoons, I tend to do the white. I think it's because it's the day game vibe. I go with the light colored can. 3-1 count. I get superstitious with my monsters, too. 3-1 swing, pops it up. Shortstop side of the infield. Mateo will make the catch on a can of corn, and there's one away. It is Ashley, but I try to mix them up so I don't get burned out on any of the flavors. But I am very superstitious with my monsters. It'd probably make people laugh to know what I do. But for instance, when we're playing home games, if it's Friday night, I go with the red. If it's Saturday night, because of the New City Connects, I go with the blue. And Sunday day games, I normally go with the white. Day games in general, I usually go with the white. I like those the red, white, and blue mixed packs that they have. First pitch to Contreras is right there. First strike, it's 0-1. But I like getting the odd flavors, too, to mix them in. And I don't know the names of them. I just know what color the cans are. The 0-1 pitch, swing, hammers it down the third base line. Diving attempt by Riley just under his glove. And that's going to be a one-out double for the Red Sox as Contreras goes diving in head first. He is safe, just beat the tag. His 6th double of the season. Well, I don't know if it's working or not, Ashley, because I've been doing this since we started the channel. in 2021. It started because of the World Series run. I'll be honest. It started because of that. When we would win a game and wear it on a certain day of the week or whatever, I would be like, that's the drink I'm drinking. First pitch is down and away for a ball, it's 1-0. But since then, we've had some great years, we've had some bad years. I was doing the same thing last year when we were horrific. The 1-0 count. Swing, fouls it back. 1-1. I'll even try to break it up if we're on a losing streak. I'll do something opposite, and I'll mix them together or drink the wrong one on the wrong day, just intentionally to try to change the mojo. 1-1 count. Turns and kicks. Inside. 2-1. I'm not necessarily superstitious, but I am a little stitious. And depending on the day and what jersey we're wearing, I'm wearing a shirt that at least, it may not be a Brave shirt, but it's going to be the same color as the jersey. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chops it down the line, foul. 2-2. I'm telling you, they need a whole team of psychiatrists to figure me out. 2-2 count, runner at second, 1 out. Braves lead at 5-0. We're in the top of the fourth. Kicks and fires, swing, chopper, just going to go foul. Braves leave here and go to a 4-game road trip, and it is a strange one. First of all, it's very weird that you only do the one-city road trip and come back home. That's what the Braves are doing. They're playing 4 on the road this week in Miami and then 3 at home against Washington before we go back out on the road to 3-2, or 2-2, excuse me. Fouls it back, we'll do it again. We've seen more of this since they've changed the scheduling a few years ago where everybody plays everybody, so they have to squeeze teams in where they can because it just doesn't line up perfectly. The 2-2 count, down and away, 3-2. But the other odd part about this, we play 6:40 Eastern every game in Miami except for Tuesday. Tuesday is a 4:10 first pitch. And after that, after we come home to face Washington the following week, we go to Boston. The 3-2 high and out of the zone, ball 4. And he'll head on down to first. So runners at first and second and 1 out. Braves with a 5-0 lead, but they got to bat in the hatches here. You don't want to let them back in the ball game. Marcelo Meyer, the number 6 batter, comes to the plate, batting .223 from the left side. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch on the way, nowhere near the zone. Slider outside wide, it's 1-0. Drake's going to go out there and talk to Holmes. Probably more than anything else to reset him. Might have been sent out there by Weiss. There's times where you'll see your catcher take it upon themselves, and there's other times where they get the signal from the dugout. We're in the top of the fourth. You'd like to get some... With a 5-0 lead, you'd really like to get some length out of Grant Holmes today. He's sitting at 57 pitches. The 1-0, swing, lifts it. Into left, shallow left, calling off. Whoa, almost a collision by Riley and Mateo. Riley makes the catch. Mateo, I believe, was calling him off, but he must not have heard him. Riley and Mateo talking about it right now, trying to get on the same page. Thankfully, A, there was no collision causing an injury, and B, the ball was caught. That was almost a disaster. It was a pop-up, but it wasn't one of those ones that hung up in the air for a long time, so quick communication. It's 0-0 in Pittsburgh, by the way. Phillies and Pirates. Skeens versus Wheeler. The first pitch swinging here by Monasterio. He'll ground it over to short, and Mateo's got it 6-3, and that'll end the inning. So a great job of getting out of that jam. Whatever Drake said to Grant Holmes, it worked.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
I can't believe you voted for Trump. He's a felon. Yeah, well, so is your baby daddy, but you still let him in your Oval Office.
I love going to the airport. You get to start off your vacation with excitement and extreme anxiety, and the airport's like, if you forgot anything, don't worry about it, because we'll sell it to you for 15 times the price. And you get to eat a hamburger at 8 a.m. and nobody cares. And you get to see people sleeping on the floor and in chairs in unnatural positions, and you get to do an x-ray and wonder how much they can see. And when you get into the wrong line by accident, someone will be like, yeah! And you're like, ugh. And then they're like, take off your shoes and drink all your liquids now! And then you get to go to the gate, and they're like, whoops, we sold your seat 3 times, but you can paper, rock, scissors with the other people. So I love going to the airport.
Comes to Atlanta, blends in, and just continues to do his thing.
It's just ground ball after ground ball after ground ball.
Greg was one of those guys. When he pitched, it was fun to watch. It was intriguing to watch, to see what he did and how it worked and why it worked.
How could the Cubs let this guy go?
Got it. What a job. He's the best, folks. He is the best.
I'll tell you what, the Braves made a big investment in him, but he is quickly paying dividends.
He's pitching at the top of the rotation for one of the best teams in baseball. He was the stopper of losing streaks. He was the extender of winning streaks.
There is the best pitcher on the planet. He is a treat to watch operate.
He was completely magical on the mound in the sense of he was throwing the same baseball as everybody else, but it did different things for him.
I'll still recall the 19-2 season. Nobody could touch him.
Line drive back to Maddox.
In the era that we pitched, he was almost perfection.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by the Yaz. That ball is high and deep. Going back on the track. Get up, get up, get up. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong.
You know where we're going.
Yep, we're heading for the mountains.
Heading for the mountains, baby. It's 6-0.
Yabba, yabba, go. Yahoo!
Yahtzee, baby.
If you guys want to play rough, I can play rough too. Get out! Stick around. You ain't seen nothing yet. Don't crowd biceps. Plenty of autographs for everybody.
First pitch on the way to Azakar. Man, he's going to bunt his way aboard. Drops a drag bunt, and Azakar making it do what it do here on a Sunday afternoon.
Kidding? Not about muscle. Simple physics. Calculate the velocity v in relation to the trajectory t, in which g, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
So the Yaz goes yard, and it's followed up by a drag bunt by Mateo. I see, not by Mateo, by Azakar. And that brings Drake Baldwin to the plate, and he'll swing at the first pitch, fouls it back. It's 0-1. 6-0 your score. 67 pitches in for Bayo. Thank you, Eloy. The 0-1 pitch, high and out of the zone. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Braves lead it 6-0. Man, it's good to see the Yaz starting to swing the bat well. The 1-1 pitch, down below the knees, 2-1. Talked about it before, but you don't even need these guys to all be hitting well at the same time, because that's not logical, not in baseball. The ball got away for a second, but Oh, I see what happened. I was wondering what happened. Narvaez went to throw the ball, and I don't know if it got stuck in his hand or if he accidentally, the ball may have touched Drake as he went to deliver it back to the pitcher, but it got away, and Azekar didn't see it, so he stays at first. The 2-1 fouls it off, 2-2. Two count. Turns and kicks, swing, fouls it in and out of the glove. We'll do it again. Bayo, his 72nd pitch of the afternoon. Down and in. Full count now to Drake. So great job by Drake of working this count full. You got a runner at first, nobody out, one across. Solo shot by Yaz and then a drop single by Azekar. I'm talking about that is next level thinking by Azekar too, by the way. Right after a home run, the payoff pitch swing. Drags it down the line, foul. Really impressive play by Azekar because you're thinking, A, the wind's out of their sail once again because of the leadoff home run. And B, the defense, I'm not going to say they got lackadaisical, but they're just kind of reacting to that as the 3-2 pitch. Swing, lifts it. High into left field, going back, on the track, at the wall, making the leaping catch at the wall for a loud out number 1. Azekar will race back to first. There's one away. And he drops that button down, and it's obviously something that he works on because it was a perfectly placed bunt. Azekar was going on that pitch with the full count, but first pitch to Ozzie Albies. They're going to throw it down to first behind the runner, and he's back in time. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing. Lifts it. High into left field, and that'll be a lazy fly ball. F7. 2 down. Azekar's going to try to make it to second. He's going to make it. You talk about flying. He was tagging up all the way, and Duran could not get the ball to second base in time. We've got a runner in scoring position.
I feel the need for speed.
Jose Azekar continues to impress with his base running, finding a way to get on. So a runner in scoring position, and Matt Olson at the plate. Righty-lefty, first pitch, changeup. Down below the knees, it's 0-1. That's the pitch they got him to roll over with the bases loaded his last time up. He did get an RBI, though it was a G3. Philly is taking a 2-0 lead over Paul Skeens and the Pirates. The 1-0 pitch, swing, bangs it on the ground, another changeup, and it's going to be a 4-3, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves get one on the board via the Yaz. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
That's it, yes. Put everything on it, don't hold back. Drunk and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times. I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen, you hear it? Seize the day, boys.
Hello.
Tonga!
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka.
Tonga!
Because I drank the vodka.
Objection!
Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, I object anyway. Tonga!
October 11th. October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th.
Tonga!
I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
Tonga!
rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Then take it! It's yours!
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here. Tonight, this is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them!
Guys tired?
Go get all the sleep I need and I'm dead.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here.
Toga!
Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won it by dying. You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
Toga!
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga! 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 Toga!
Okay? All right! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let me hear it! Let me hear it! Let me hear it!
Grant Holmes is going to go back to the top of the fifth. I'm a little confused by something. Are y'all saying that Iron Lung accidentally kicked out Ashley? How did he accidentally do that? As the first pitch to Narvaez is upstairs for a strike, it's on 1. Said something about dropping the phone. Is it really that easy? Just drop the phone and the 0-1 pitch swing. Dribbles it through the infield. That'll be a leadoff single by the Boston Red Sox. And we sit here in the top of the 5th leading 6-0. Dropped his phone and somehow it did it. That's weird. Because you'd think it would, they'd have to highlight it and then hit it, you know, the whole 9 yards. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it over to second base. And that'll be L4 in your scorecard. 1 down. He's a jerk. That's how it happened. Back to the top of the order, Jarren Duran. 1 on, 1 out. 6-0 your score. First pitch is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Duran 2 for 2 on the day. He was hitting the ball so well in the WBC. It's hard to believe he's batting 186 on the year right now. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. One count. Right down the pipe, good fastball, 4-seamer, bringing it, 94, 1-2. The 1-2. Turns and kicks. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Good slider down and in. That's one of those defensive swings. That ball's coming at you and you're just trying to hack at it. Even though if you had time to think about it, you know that's not going to be in the zone. We changed the emojis for, not emojis, they're called badges. We changed the badges for those of y'all who haven't paid attention to it for this season. If you've been with the country club for 2 months or longer, it'll be Bobby Cox the rest of the year. When you first come in, you get the Braves home plate badge, and then it'll go to the City Connect after the first month, and then after that, it's Bobby's. The 1-0 pitch, swing, rolls it foul. Gasper 0 for 2 on the day. He's got a 1-1 count. He's batting .348 on the year. The 1-1. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into right field, going back, but making the catch before the warning track is the gas. That ball had some lift on it. It just died. Must have got a lot of top spin. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the fifth we go. 6-0, good guys.
Hey, do y'all ever find yourselves having to rewind a TV show because you wasn't paying attention? Then when you play it back, you wind up not paying attention again?
To this day, I still don't understand how you will see the baddest girl you've ever seen.
Alexandra Daddario, moving on.
Drop dead gorgeous. The girl is stunning. And then you see her boyfriend, and he looks like a Monsters, Inc. character. How did you get over there, baby girl?
Out here looking like a Goomba Wale, talking.
And I'm not sure how many love languages there are, but 99% of dudes all have the same one, and the other like 12 of them all stem from your guys's.
Also, there's a whole lot of ladies talking about you never see it the other way around. A really attractive guy with an ugly chick. It's like, well, you've clearly never lived around a military installment.
Now, I'm not saying this is right, but when a guy's at a bar and he looks across the bar, he's not like, damn, I'd like to take that personality on a test drive. Also, I don't care how much money she makes. That is pertinent to this argument.
Wrigley Field alive with enthusiasm and emotion. A jam-packed crowd.
And tonight's starting pitcher warming up in the bullpen, number 31, Greg Maddux.
In the 1989 playoffs, Greg Maddux actually, sort of without even trying, creates an entirely new trend in baseball.
And Will Clark will be the batter with the bases loaded.
It's a key situation. The catcher's going out, and Will Clark's reading his lips, and Will Clark sees him say something like inside fastball. An inside fastball's coming. So he knows the pitch is coming.
High drive into deep right field. It is a grand slam home run.
I thought I made a decent enough pitch to get him out, but it carried over the fence anyway. You know, later on you hear the stories, oh, he read my lips. He said he read I was going to start him off with a fastball or something. You know, that's kind of the reason why you see, even today, you'll see guys cover their mouths or put their gloves up and they talk on the mound.
Brian Bayo going out for a fifth inning of the work. I think a lot of Braves fans are happy about that as Atlanta leads at 6-0. Might be a situation where they're depleted in their bullpen and they're just trying to get some length out of Bayo. When you're trailing 6-0, you lose the incentive to go get the guy. The first pitch on the way is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. I was going to mention, but the game, we scored so many runs in the very beginning, it became a non-starter for a conversation, but keep in mind the Red Sox is the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, four-seamer, it's 0-2. Games 1 and Game 2, they used Aroldis Chapman. So he's probably not available for Game 3 anyways. The 0-2 count. It really is amazing going back and looking at that final play of the game last night. Is the 0-2 pitch. Swing. Golfs it towards left field, giving chase. Duran chasing. He'll make the catch in foul territory. Jump up on the tarps and comes down. F7. One away. Good running play over there by Duran. But when you look at the final play of that game last night, if you saw the replay in case you weren't watching it at the time that it happened, it is amazing that we didn't score on that play. First pitch to Austin Riley is right there for a strike. Sinker. Up top, it's 0-1. The 0-1 turns and kicks. Just misses. 1-1. Not only was it a hard shot up the middle, Normally that would have scored regardless, but when you have a hard shot hit the pitcher, there's usually no way that the runner at the plate isn't safe. Is the 1-1, bangs it foul 1-2. And then you add the bad luck on it is Kim diving head first into first. I don't know what makes these guys, he's not the only one I've ever seen do it in the major leagues, but it's dumbfounding that major league players are still diving head first into first base as the 1-2. And Riley's going to challenge this. It was called for a strike 3. You can see at the bottom of your zone, that ball missed by plenty. So this should keep the at-bat alive. It does. Good challenge there by Riley. Almost 2 inches below the zone. So a 2-2 count. On deck is Smith. So not only does that ball get rocketed off the foot of Chapman, as he hits the ground as the 2-2 pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered into left field. That's down for a base hit. It's going to rattle around like a pinball up against the wall, and Austin Riley has got himself a 1-out double here to get things going in the bottom of the 5th inning in Braves country.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Yeah, so like everything had to go right to end that game last night the way it ended, because not only did Kim dive first, and I do think if he runs through it, if he's not safe, the ball's probably going to hit him in the shoulder from where it was released by Chapman. First pitch swinging by Smith is over the top for a strike. It's 0-1. Doesn't say we're going to win the game, but the game would have been tied. So the ball goes off his foot. For him to have the wherewithal to get it and flip it up to first base, and for Kim to be diving at the same time, it's just a miracle on the Red Sox end that it ended the way it did, because you replay that 100 times, 99 times that run's going to score. Now, that doesn't say that we're going to win the game by any stretch of the imagination, but I would have taken our chances for sure. The 1-1. Smith, 0 for 2 on the day, takes it inside, 2-1. 2-1 count to Dom. And it's like Greg said, you got to get him back to the basics with the Little League base running drills. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, pops it back foul. And Duran goes sliding there to the tarps. Did he catch that? No, it hit the ground. And he is banged up down there. Valiant effort by Duran. It appears that he's okay. Sogard popped him on the leg with his glove, like, good effort. So, man, that is a dangerous play. He went right up against where the tarps are. His foot slid, and then he banged into the tarps. He's lucky that his cleat didn't catch there. It's a dangerous play. And I'm sure Chad Tracy and company would be telling him, dude, we're down 6-0. We don't need to lose you on a play like that. You're just starting to swing the bat well again. The 2-2 to Smith. Swing, hits it up the middle, and that ball's going to dribble through for a base hit. Here comes Riley cutting the bag, and he will score, and your Atlanta Braves have a touchdown on the board. It's 7-0. Dominator with the RBI single, baby.
This is a time for leaders to step up. Make us believe again.
Welcome to the United States of you just got dominated.
So 7-0 your score. Braves decide not to go for 2 and kick the extra point, as JC was talking about. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Mateo. It's 0-1. Mateo 1 for 2 with the double. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. And the dirt ball gets away. Ball gets away. And Dominator will go up 90 feet into scoring position.
I feel the need for speed.
Righty, pitch on the way to Mateo. Swing, fouls it back. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Bayo comes set. Turns and delivers. Caught looking, strike 3. He's going to challenge it. I think he's losing this one. That one looked like it hit the bottom of the zone. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but I don't like our chances. And, yeah, 85% of that ball was in the zone. Strike 3, 2 down. That's when he gets back to the dugout, and Weiss says, are you in the top half of the batting order? No? Then quit challenging. Righty-lefty matchup. The Yaz, who had a home run his last time up, takes the first pitch. Up high and out of the zone, it's 1-0. Yaz. Remember, his grandfather is the Yaz, Carl Yastrzemski. And they just flashed up his numbers. He's got really good numbers against the Red Sox in his career. 1-0 misses high. Nope, they're going to call that a strike. 1-1. That pitch definitely missed inside and up, but there will be no challenge. Yaz, by the way, has 7 career walk-off hits. His Hall of Fame grandfather only had 11. The 1-1 pitch, swing, lifts it. High into right field, and that'll end the inning. Atlanta Braves 7, Red Sox nothing. We go to the 6. Not that 11's not a big number, but the fact that the Yaz has 7 and he's nowhere near headed the Hall of Fame. Isn't that the jab that that Paul Berg gave? We'll be back in a flash.
Suspect's mustache is darker than the gray hairs on her head.
Suspect weighs 370 pounds and was surprised to learn he has a fat neck roll in the back of his head.
Suspect wanted me to make a video roasting her while we ran, but she's going to go inside and cry about it afterwards.
You guys, we haven't been drinking since we quarantined ourselves into the bar, at least since we got stuck in the bathroom.
Oh, that's right. Wait. So what are you saying? That we'd never had the flu? We were just having alcohol withdrawal?
Yeah.
Alcohol withdrawals? That's great!
Is it great? It means we're all alcoholics.
Yeah. Right.
A popular YouTuber has called Dublin a hole. Hey now, nobody's allowed to call Dublin a hole except us. I don't give a if you used to be in prison. Actually, I do. I've gone too far and I'm scared now. He walked through some of the most dangerous neighbourhoods. That's not how you do tourism. But there are lots of beautiful parts of Dublin, and I will not have this slander. But just to be clear, I won't fight you about it.
It was just a gut blow to lose the way we did in the playoffs. As great as the year was and as much success as we had during the whole season, just going home left kind of a sour taste in your mouth.
To me, the early Greg Maddux is a fascinating thing because you can actually see development year after year after year. It was a huge story because he wins the 92 Cy Young, and now he's at his peak, and of course that's right when he goes into free agency.
Back at the All-Star break, the Cubs offered me a 3-year deal. I remember saying, I just made the All-Star team. It's got to be worth a little something more now, right? And they said, well, you've never won 20 games or the Cy Young, so we can't pay you more money. So I said no.
Please like and subscribe today. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Let me get the screening here closer for y'all. 1-0 pitch from Grant Holmes to Willie Abreu's foul back out of play. 1-1 pitch, outside wide. 2-1. 2-1 count. Turns and fires, swing, rips it into right field and drifting back, making the catch. Making it look easy. That was not an easy catch out there by the Yaz. One down. He was basically moonwalking to the warning track. We're showing J.R. Ritchie and Sale and Strider all sitting next to each other talking in the dugout during the game as the first pitch is down in for a ball. It's 1-0. Holmes at 75 pitches and Contreras 1 for 2 on the day, doubled his last time up. The 1-0 pitch right there, upstairs 1-1. I bet J.R. Ritchie's getting a whole lot of you-know-what down there between Sale and Strider. He's just nodding his head and bobbing and smiling as the 1-1 chops it foul 1-2. Those of y'all who may have missed Contreras is slow to get up. That foul must have got a piece of him. Appears to be okay. Oh yeah, got the top part of his left foot. But J.R. Ritchie will get the start tomorrow. He's on normal rest. He pitched on Wednesday. The 1-2, swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. 1-2 count. Kicks and fires, swing, lifts it into right field, drifting back, and this time he'll step on the warning track. Yaz makes the catch, 2 down. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch there to Raphael is there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Fouls it away. 0-2. An 0-2 count. Holmes. This will be pitch 82 of the day. Inside, 1-2. There is a right-hander warming up in the pen for the Red Sox. It looks like it's Ryan Watson. The 1-2 chops it down the third base line. We'll do it one more time. Foul. The 1-2 down and in. 2-2. It looks like it's starting to rain a little bit. 7-0 your score. I didn't even see it on the radar today. It kind of came out of nowhere. The 2-2s, the fans are running for the hills. The 2-2 drags it on the ground over to third. Riley's got it, and it's going to be an infield single for the Red Sox. And it is pouring. See if this stops play or not. I'm going to pull up the radar real quick to see what's going on. Doesn't look like dark skies, but there's a lot of rain coming down. First pitch from Grant Holmes. Is he set to face Meyer? Kicks and fires high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Swing, pops it up. And that'll die in the glove of Azekar, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th as the guys run through the raindrops towards the dugout. Braves lead it 7-0.
If you're thinking about abandoning your wife and kid, this is a great time of year to do so. From what I've seen on the Hallmark Channel, a young, wealthy bachelor businessman is going to swoop into town around Christmas and be willing to give up everything for a middle-aged single mom in debt with no future. This guy's going to be like, why would I want to run my father's billion-dollar business when I could decorate Christmas trees for a living and exist in poverty? Sure, we won't be able to afford groceries, but we can get our calories by sipping hot chocolate. What I'm trying to say is leaving your wife and kid is one of the most romantic things you can do.
Ma'am, why did you park here?
Because that sign says fine for parking.
Suspect has a mouthful of teeth like chiclets.
As soon as suspect gets a cough, he thinks he's out for the whole day.
When suspect twerks, it looks like an uncooked chicken shaking.
Suspect is already out of breath and he just started.
Suspect has a skin tag for a pinky toe. It's not.
You know what your problem is? Your standards are too high.
I went out with you.
That's because my standards are too low.
First day of free agency, the Cubs made me an offer. Sure enough, it was the same offer they made at the All-Star break, and kind of brought up the, well, you said I never won 20 games or a Cy Young, that's why you can't pay me more. Well, I just did it. And they said no. Then I knew it was time to find another place to play.
At some point along the way, it seemed that the Cubs were cooling on him, which is, they'll never live that down.
His agent was Scott Boras, and I think, as we've seen, if these Boras clients get on the market at 26, 27, it's going to be an auction.
Okay, so it is raining at Truist Park. They're covering the field. Here's the thing. We'll play this by ear. It's a very, very quick shower. Problem is, if they screw around like the Braves are known to do, there's another front coming in. I don't know, the next half hour? And if that happens, even longer delay. So we won't keep this up forever. Braves are up 7-0. We'll play it by ear right now. I have to be at work later on this afternoon. And just looking at the radar, scroll this back a little bit. Yeah, so there's going to be a big gap It's a very, very short window as far as the rain is concerned right here. It's supposed to clear up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And then they have about an hour to get the rest of the game in. That's the short of it. In fact, it looks like it's already stopped raining. So, while that goes down, we're going to find something to play for you real quick. I would think this is a short delay. We'll just play it by ear because there's really no way of knowing what they're thinking right now. Trying to find the Bobby Cox era Braves one that we have. Figured that'd be a good one just because of the passing of Bobby. Well, I don't see it, so we're going to play the Boston Braves one. Got to figure out what they did with the other. Well, actually, hold that thought. They're already pulling the tarp off the field. See if I can get an update real quick. Be back in a flash. I don't think there's going to be much of a delay at all. Give me a second. I'm going to double check something.
and try to ruin my own day. Like, whose side are you on?
So the Irish invented Halloween, as we all know. We also invented St. Patrick's Day and calling in sick to work after you've been drinking. All the best holidays come from us. Yesterday, I carved a pumpkin for Halloween, and a lot of Irish people got pissed off at me. Oh, that's what the Americans do. He's a f***ing Yankee Doodle now. It's traditional for the Irish to carve turnips. I'm not gonna do it. They're terrifying. The pumpkin is mischievous. He's cheeky. At worst, maybe gets into a few shenanigans. I don't care if it's Gaelic pagan tradition. I need to sleep at night. The Americans are right about this. I'm giving it to them. This and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups were good ideas.
Suspect can't keep a man for over 3 months. Suspect runs like a 10-year-old girl. What? No, I don't. Suspect thinks she's bougie, but she really don't have the money to be bougie.
Suspect can't go stay with friends because he's such a mama's boy.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you don't tell me what to do.
How many clubs do you have to wonder will pursue Greg Maddux?
They brought us in a room and put us all around a table. And Ted Turner, the owner of the Atlanta Braves, he come in, go, well, now, fellas, he goes, we got one big bullet to shoot, you know. And we're all sitting there going, yeah, that means one free agent to sign one big contract. And they said either Maddux or Bonds. And, of course, they asked me, and I said, well, I'm going to take Maddux. I'm a pitching coach, for crying out loud. It came down to Bobby Cox.
Just Maddux, just Maddux.
Bobby said if we added him to the starting rotation that we already had in place, we'd never have a losing streak.
Other teams started jumping in. The Yankees seemed to be the favorite at one point. They came in with the most money, as the Yankees will.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Tarps are gone. The sun is out. There is some rain coming in the fairly near future. It doesn't look like heavy rain, so they ought to be able to get this game in. Neither one of these teams want another long delay. Both teams are headed out of town. The Braves heading down to Miami next. They'd like to get in and out of this game because I believe the Red Sox are heading back home, but I have to double check that. Either way, both of them are trying to get the heck out of Atlanta and into their next series, and they don't want a long rain delay to mess that up, especially in a game that's 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Give you a real quick recap. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. Or excuse me, for the Boston Red Sox. For the Boston Red Sox, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. For the Braves, 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. And Azakar is set to lead off. So it'll be Azakar, Drake, and Ozzie. Coming on to the bump for the Boston Red Sox I believe I saw they were taking Bayo out. Now the question I have is, did they keep with their same game plan, or did they switch it up because of the rain delay? Still waiting for anybody to show anything on the actual field. The Braves are just, all they have is a schedule up on their screen, and the Red Sox for some reason have a video of someone pushing a golf cart on their screen. So once we figure out what the heck is going on around here, they're finishing up the touches on the field is what it looks like. So the players should be set to go back to the field here any minute. We'll go ahead and take a quick break because there's no sense of me just sitting here dead air. We'll take a quick break. When we return, it should be time for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. As a car coming to the plate, Braves leading 7-0. We're in the bottom of the sixth here in Atlanta.
She don't hear half the that I tell her, you know.
Yeah, because the way you talk is stupid.
Well, if you don't hear it, how do you know it's stupid?
Suspect seen running since the first time she was 12.
Suspect had so many boyfriends in high school that we mixed up their names.
Suspect can't go in public without sharding.
Suspect is 23 and still sleeps with the bubby.
His name's Buddy. Suspect's daughters have to buy her sneaker balls for Christmas because her feet stink.
Oh, that's private!
Hey, I don't know if y'all knew this already, but stopping to get gas in the morning on the way to work instead of doing it the night before is probably one of the worst decisions you can make as a fully grown adult.
Are we the only family in America that has this drawer full of cheese that never fully gets used and they just mold because you buy more cheese thinking that you need cheese whenever you have a whole drawer full of cheese?
Other teams started jumping in. The Yankees seemed to be the favorite at one point. They came in with the most money, as the Yankees will.
The Yankees looked like they were going to win the bidding. In fact, they did win the bidding.
Yeah, went to New York and thought I was going to be a Yankee.
But there's one thing nagging him. Greg had only pitched in the National League and had this great institutional memory and knowledge of facing National League hitters.
It's more about where than how much at the time. I knew the National League. I knew all the hitters. Atlanta had just went to the last 2 World Series. They had a good young staff. They were going to keep winning, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Greg's major goal of free agency and reaching it and pursuing it was to put himself in the best position to win a world championship.
And I asked Scott, I go, Scott, do your Scott and do the best you can for Atlanta. That's where I want to play. So I got on the plane, and by the time I landed in Vegas, 3 hours later, I had a deal with the Braves.
Watson. Come in, Watson. Right-hander Watson coming on for the Boston Red Sox as he's basically stepping on and off the rubber to make sure everything's copacetic for him and on delivery. After that hard down rain, they threw a bunch of dirt all over the infield and trying to pat it down to where it's playable. Ryan Watson coming on for the Boston Red Sox, 6'5", 225-pounder. Born in Auburn, Alabama. War Damn Eagle. Was drafted by the Dodgers in 2016. Played his college ball at Auburn. So in the eyes of a lot of you Roll Tide fans, he can't do anything right. And he has only pitched in the major leagues this year in 2026 at the age of 28. Red Sox are actually heading to Kansas City for a 3-game set that starts tomorrow. Then they return home. And we will see Boston in Boston in about 10 days. Braves 7, Red Sox nothing. Bottom of the 6th, and it looks like we're just about set to resume play. As Watson. Come in, Watson. He's firing his final warm-up tosses. Azakar coming to the plate. They're giving Watson plenty of time to warm up, coming off that delay. Looks like IKF has come into the game for the Boston Red Sox. See if there's been any other changes in the lineup. IKF is in for Wilson Contreras. Remember, he hit that foul ball off the front of his foot, so that might be the reasoning why. Wong is in for Narvaez behind the plate. There's the only 2 substitutions I'm seeing from on the Boston side. On the Braves side, there have been no substitutions. As far as we know, Grant Holmes could go back out for a 7th inning. Now Holmes sitting at 87 pitches. So here we go. Azakar digging in, 1 for 1 on the day. And the first pitch on the way, swing and a miss. The cutter off the edge, it's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Looks like a lot of the fans have cleared out. Either that or they're getting concessions. They might be heading out with a 7-0 lead. And kind of a hot, steamy day in Atlanta. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. It's all I could think of when they showed I think it was on the actual Red Sox broadcast. But during the break, they were showing the fans underneath, hiding from the rain, near the concessions and whatnot. And anytime I see that, all I think of is, man, somebody's forgotten to wear deodorant in there. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase one well out of the zone, and there's one away. Bat at bat there by Azakar. He chased that pitch. That pitch was nowhere near the zone. But he's had a good day all in all, both with the glove and with the bat. Drake Baldwin will come to the plate as the lineup flips over for the 4th time. He is 0 for 2 with the walk and an RBI off of that walk. Batting .301 on the year, righty-lefty. The pitch to Drake. High and out of the zone, it's 1-0. What's going on here? Let's reset this and see if we can get it squared up back behind the plate. The 1-0 count. Turns and kicks. Down and in. 1-1. Austin Riley and Yastrzemski have both hit home runs today. How about Riley and Yaz both hitting over 220? Didn't think we'd see that anytime soon. The 2-0 outside wide, 3-0. Yaz is up to 232. Of course, he's had quite a few less at bats than Riley because of the platoon. But they're both starting to hit the ball pretty well. The 3-0. Right down the pipe, 3-1. When Anthopoulos signed Yastrzemski And he knew that he would predominantly be hitting against right-handers. But that's the dominant platoon is the 3-1 pitch. Swing! Got a piece of the Drake, 3-2. He did not envision Yastrzemski down at the bottom of the order. He envisioned him somewhere in the middle, somewhere behind Riley. But until his bat takes off, they put him at the bottom, and he is starting to warm up. Think about how long this lineup can be if you get Riley swinging the bat well, Yaz, and then, of course, Acuna coming off the IL, the payoff pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 4, and he'll head to first. One on, one out. Ozzie Albies the batter, first pitch. Outside wide. It's 1-0. Ozzie 1 for 3 on the day. Braves have done all this damage, and Olsen is 0 for 2. Harris is 0 for 3. They are the next two batters that follow Ozzie. The 1-0. Swing. Chops that off his instep. It's 1-1. Almost the exact same spot that Drake fouled the ball off into. Right on that instep near the ankle. Drake at first, 1 out. The 1-1 to Ozzie, open stance from the left side. Turns and kicks. We're going to try to put it behind the pitcher because for some reason, ever since the rain delay, the camera's all screwed up. 1-2 count. Every time we put it behind the plate, it drifts over. Kicks and fires. Outside wide, 4-seamer. 2-2. The 2-2 from Watson. Comes to the belt, brings it, swing and a miss, strike 3, down and in, and there's 2 down. Matt Olson will come to the plate. Righty, lefty, first pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball, 0-2. Olsen walked in the first. He also got an RBI on a ground ball to first. Second time through. The 0-2 count to Olsen. Pitch on the way. Just misses inside. 1-2. See if the view behind the plate is straightened up. The 1-2 pitch. Turns and kicks in the dirt. 2-2. Man, the Red Sox broadcast team must have really ran out of things to talk about. In between every pitch, they keep focusing in on different retired numbers in the Braves Stadium and banners. The 2-2. That's what happens when your team's getting beat 7-0, I guess. The 2-2 pitch, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. It started off in earnest by focusing in on Bobby Cox and Ted Turner at the beginning of the inning, but now, I mean, they're just randomly focusing in on John Smoltz and the 1991 pennant, and there's no telling what they're talking about. The 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves go down quietly here in the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th, leading by 7 here in Braves country.
I just don't have the energy for this. I am unsubscribing from this drama.
John, your totals were 120 yards in 19 carries. What's your high? Do you keep track of how many carries you have in a game?
Well, my high will probably come in about another hour after the ball game. We'll have a few beers out in the parking lot, I'm hoping.
Yo, I just saw a bubble skirt in real life for the very first time. And now I need to know how we outlaw them. I feel like I've been traumatized. I have never seen that much booty cheek on somebody that I wasn't married to or birthed. I'm just sitting in the parking lot. I was about to walk in Old Navy. I've seen him on the Lord's internet. I've never seen him out in the wild. I wouldn't think that you would wear that at 9:30 on a Saturday morning to the Bath and Body Works. It looked like she was wearing a scrunchie. Holy moly, it's a waist scrunchie. I think a scrunchie would cover up more. Is this what we're doing now? I do not want to participate. Count me out.
I literally was in bed. It was late at night, and the news came across that we got Greg. And I sat up, and I'm like, we just got a whole lot better.
I think the signing of Greg Maddux made a big difference for our ball club. He's always been rated, if not the top pitcher in the National League, he's been right there. So it's a great staff. It's a lot of fun to run a quality starter out there night after night.
They had went to the last 2 World Series, and half the rotation was already on the All-Star team. Seemed like a no-brainer for me.
We had established ourselves as young pitchers, but that was the over-the-top move because it just took us to another level.
Well, I want to go out there and do the best that I can do. I'd love to help this team win the World Series. I mean, you can't pitch in October by yourself. You need some help, and this team has as much help as anybody.
Ronaldo Lopez will come on to try to probably, hopefully, finish out this game. Monasterio, the batter, first pitch on the way, is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Hopefully he can get 3 good innings of work in and save the rest of the bullpen going into the Miami series. The 0-1 just misses off the edge, four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour. It's 1-1. Braves 7, Boston nothing. The 1-1 from Raylo in the dirt, 2-1. Two-one pitch, swing, hammered over to third, and that's going to get past Riley, in between Riley and Mateo, and it's a leadoff single for the Red Sox. And Monasterio was limping down the first base line. See if he stays in the game. I don't know if he slipped coming out of the box or what happened there, but he was definitely limping. Yeah, he stumbled. It almost looked like he tripped over his bat. First pitch swung on and fouled back by Wong. He's in for Narvaez. It's 0-1. Couldn't have been too injured. He was taken off on that pitch as he retreats back to first. Maybe he's trying to pull a Sizer Kosei, act like he had a limp, and then walk away. The 0-1 pitch. Upstairs for a strike. It's 0-2. If this score holds, the Braves will win yet another series. They've won every series this year except for Arizona and Seattle. The only series they lost was to Seattle. The Arizona series, they split a best of 4. The 0-2, swing, fouls it away. Do it again. J.R. Ritchie on the bump tomorrow for the Braves. Then Martin Perez, Chris Sale, and Spencer Strider. That is your lineup right now heading into the Marlins series. The 0-2, check foul, check swing. Do you go around? He did, strike 3, and there's one away. So good to get that first out for Ray Lowe as he tries to. Like I said, they're wanting to continuously keep him and a couple of the others stretched out in case they need him in a pinch for a start. So in theory, you'd love to see him pitch all the way through the 9th. The first pitch, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. And we've used quite a bit of these pitchers recently. So it's not really a situation where you need to get other guys work. You'd be fine with him spelling the rest of the game. The 0-1. This is high and out of the zone, 1-1. And if the score were to hold and he were to go to the whole 3 innings, he would actually get credit for a save, even with the big score. The 1-1 swing, chops it over to Olsen. Olsen fires it to second, and that's going to be a 3-6 putout. Sogar, they were never going to get him going down the line, so Mateo holds on to the ball, but they do get the lead runner, and there's 2 down. Two down, top of the 7th, about to get ready for that 7th inning stretch. Righty-lefty matchup. Jarren Duran, 2 for 3 on the day, takes the first pitch up top, misses high, it's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Right there on the outer edge, ball 2-0. So 2-0 count. Right there on the outer edge. Good pitch by Lopez, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chopper, back up the middle, and Mateo's got it. He'll flip it to Olsen, and that'll end the inning. So the Red Sox get one on, but nothing doing. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch, Braves country, on a Sunday afternoon. Welcome back. Atlanta Braves, Boston Red Sox, 7-0 your score. Good, guys. Michael Harris II will lead us off. Phillies did wind up beating Pittsburgh 6-0. The Phillies sweep the Pirates. They came into play today 8 games behind the Braves in second place in the division. Michael Harris set to lead us off here. Bottom of the 7th, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Lazy fly ball into center field, 1 pitch, 1 out here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yankees lead the Mets 6-3 as we hit your out-of-town scoreboard. They're in Detroit, Michigan, and the Blue Jays lead the Tigers 4-3 in the 9th. 8th inning in Queens, Yankees 6, Mets 3. They're in the 8th in your nation's capital, and the Nationals trailed the Orioles 6-3. First pitch on the way to Austin Riley. Right there for a strike. It's on 1. Houston, Texas. The Rangers lead the Astros 7-0 in the 7th inning as the 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. St. Louis, Missouri in the Show Me Showdown. Kansas City 2, St. Louis 0. The 0-2 to Riley. Watson, 24th pitch of the day. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's quickly 2 away. On the south side of Chicago, the White Sox lead, or actually it's now tied up. White Sox and Cubs are tied 4-4. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Twins 4. Brewers 3. They're in the 6th. They're just getting underway in Sacramento. A's versus the Giants. Same thing in Anaheim, Dodgers and Angels. First pitch down and into Dom Smith for a ball. It's 1-0. Rockies and Diamondbacks are in a rain delay in Denver. Tonight, Mariners versus Padres. And earlier today, the Tampa Bay Rays 6, Miami 3. 1-0 right there at the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Also in the Battle of OHIO, Guardians 10, Reds 3. That's a final. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, fouls it away. 1-2. The 1-2. Brings it down and in, 2-2. Two count. In the dirt, good take, full count. Full count to Dom. Swing, lifts it. Left center field, drifting back. And Duran's there. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves lead at 7-0. We'll go to the 8th inning here in Braves country.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour. When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. I'm in the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next. You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen a couple. I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Mickey Gasper, the designated hitter for the Boston Red Sox, standing in to lead it off. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Braves lead it 7-0. The first pitch is swung on and fouled away. It's on 1. The 0-1 just grabs the outer edge, kisses the black. It's 0-2. I think Mickey's trying to challenge us. I don't think he's going to win this. Let's see what happens here. And the challenge, nope, he does not get it.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 0-2 down and in. 1-2. And 1-2 count. Turns and kicks in the dirt. 2-2. The 2-2 count. Kicks and fires, swing, fouls it away. Just in case you just join us, guys like Tommy, it's 7-0 Atlanta, top of the 8th. The 2-2. Just below the knee, strike 3. And Mickey's not going to challenge this one. I think that's the one he wins. That pitch looked below the knees. No, honest engine, I say the score so often because we're on radio, so a lot of people can't see what y'all see on the screen. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch swinging, and Abreu gives it a ride. high in the air into right field, and it's going to be an F9 your scorecard, and there's 2 down. Shout out to, I believe there's 7 independent radio stations carrying us today. If you want to join in on the chat and the fun, we're on youtube.com/@BravesCountry. You're looking for Braves Country Radio on your mobile device. The IKF is coming to the plate. First pitch swing, and he'll lift that into right field. I think that's going to, that's going to get down for a base hit into the corner, and Yaz will cut it off before it gets down into deep into the corner, but it'll be a 2-out double for IKF and the Red Sox. Righty-righty matchup now. Rafaela, the batter, first pitch. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Raylo brings it. Outside wide, 1-1. Phillies beat the Pirates. Put a pounding on Paul Skeens. They win 6-0. So if this score holds here, the Braves will continue to lead the division by 8 games. The 1-1 pitch, swing left into left field, and drifting back making the catch. F7, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves send the Red Sox packing. 7-0 your score. We go to the bottom of the 8th here in Braves country.
It's a family pool, not a make-a-family pool. Separate.
What's for dinner? Pork chops. Pork chops. What else? Applesauce? Pork chops and applesauce. That's swell.
I got a lot of dudes in my comments. I got a lot of dudes in my DMs saying the wrong things. Don't tell me I'm hot. Don't tell me I'm pretty. Don't tell me I'm... Tell me you're sending me money. Keep it short and sweet.
There was a great story. Lisa Newhouse Saxon, who was a colleague of mine at the LA Daily News, she was covering the Dodgers and the Angels at a time when female sports reporters were pretty much banned. They were shunned. And she was at a game in Cincinnati covering the Dodgers, and she wanted to go into the locker room to do a story about Mario Soto. And they kicked her out of the locker room. The Reds people just had enough and sent her back. So she was just depressed. And the next day, she'd get on the team bus, and Vin was sitting there, and Vin said, "Come here, sit next to me." So she does, and Vin just said to her, without even saying what happened with the incident, he goes, "Who is it do you want to be like as a sports reporter?" She goes, "Oh, this guy is so popular, and this guy is really good." And Vin just said, "You should really just be your authentic self. Just be Lisa." And from that, it gave her this great sense of confidence. And she actually she lived near him in Brentwood, and she went to church with him. He invited her to come to church with him, and it was just one of those blessings that you can't make up. And when Vin was inducted into the Baseball Reliquary, which is this great event we have out in Pasadena every year, Lisa did the acceptance speech for him and told that story. And I knew about that story, so Lisa just that was her go-to story about Vin, this tomboy who grew up listening and wanting to play baseball, and how everyone says don't meet your heroes. And she said, no, this hero was much greater than all I could imagine.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. First pitch to Jorge Mateo. Down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup is Watson looking to close this game out for the Red Sox bullpen. The 1-0. Misses outside, ball 2-0. Braves lead at 7-0. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The 2-0 pitch. Right there at the knees. 2-1. The 2-1. Turns and kicks. Swing. Fouls it back. Watson comes set. His 35th pitch of the afternoon. Down and away sweeper. Full count. On deck is Yaz. Azakar in the hold. The payoff pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So Mateo draws a walk, and he'll head on down to first. Good at bat there by Jorge Mateo. 1 for 3 on the day, a .310 batting average, and the Yaz, who was 2 for 3 with an infield single and a solo shot, he stands in, now batting .232 on the year. Righty lefty, first pitch down and in. 93 sinker, misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0 to Yastrzemski. Misses outside, ball 2-2-0. The 2-0 count. Ooh, that looked like a strike. Did not get the call, so now 3-0. 3-0 to Yaz. Azakar on deck. Watson, pitch number 40. Down and in, ball 4, so he'll head on down to first. First and second, nobody out. Back-to-back walks. I know they'd like to have him pitch the rest of this game, but you do wonder if the line continues to move, Boston will have to go and burn another reliever. Watson has that feeling of a guy that they'll burn through it as long as they humanly possible, even if they have to send him down tomorrow. First pitch on the way to Azakar is right there for a strike. It's on 1. Last thing you want to do is start tearing up your bullpen when you're trailing by 7 on the road. The 0-1 swing, chopper back to the mound, and good play by Watson. He'll fire to second base, so they'll get the force out there, but the runners are on the corners with 1 out. I don't think even if that throw is on the money, they're going to be able to turn 2 because of Azakar's speed. He was hustling down the line, but the throw was a touch wide, where Meyer had to stretch for it, reach for it a little bit. And dark clouds in the background. Righty-lefty matchup here. Drake Baldwin, top of the order. First pitch on the way, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. If this goes into a long delay after this, that might be it, because Red Sox may wave the towel. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it into center field, drifting back on the track, making the jumping catch is Rafaela for a loud out number 2. On the play, though, you're going to get an F8 and an RBI sac fly, and the Braves put a snowman on the board. It's 8-0. That ball almost took off over his head. Great leaping grab by Rafael. We talked about his gold glove out there, and he continues to amaze. Outstanding catch out there. And Rafaela, once again, I think it gets lost on people who don't watch the Red Sox often, as the first pitch chops it off his instep. It's on 1. His preferred position is center field, but he can play all over, much like Dubon. He has played in the infield for the Red Sox. He can play the corners as well. But that's where they like to have him because he's just so good in the center field position. The 0-1 to Ozzie. High and out of the zone, 1-1. The 1-1 swing, fouls it away. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. They just showed Smurf sitting in the dugout staring at the clouds like, shouldn't you be in an ice bath or something? He's trying to get back off the IL. The 1-2 pitch, swing, lifts it high into center field. This one's got a lot of air underneath it, and Raphael will make the catch. We'll go to the top of the ninth, leading by 8. Hopefully the rain will stay away so we can get these last 3 outs in.
Suspect only got with me because she wanted mixed babies.
Suspect only got with me because he wanted good credit.
Suspect tells we throwing up gang signs.
Suspect talks like a white guy when he gets around my family.
Listen here, buddy.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go watch the game with Mark.
I haven't seen you all week. I thought we'd spend some time together.
Oh, yeah, of course, but, it's the playoffs.
Sounds like a game is more important than me.
No, of course not. I'm sorry.
So you're staying home?
No.
So why don't you spend the first half of the game with him, and then you can come home with me?
Or we could break up and get back together in 4 hours.
When you go to spring training, and listen, I bring it, chat, I don't really care what y'all do. You should not be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care. You sign Article 21. When you go into every spring training, there is Article 21 on every wall. You do not bet on baseball. You do not bet on baseball. It is a lifetime ban. If you bet on your team, it is a 1-year ban if you bet on the sport in general. Like, you have to sign it. They say it in English, Spanish. They'll get it in any language that you want to hear it. Okay? To me, he knew what he was doing. He just didn't think he'd get caught. He's like, I'm Pete Rose. I'll do whatever I want. Now, if we want to play this back, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Black Sox. His numbers say he should be in the Hall of Fame. Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? He got a lifetime ban. He died 100 years ago. Why don't we let him get in?
We should.
Oh, but we're not.
He's
so
got
what's
my vote.
different about Pete Rose? And Joe Jackson, there's less evidence on him than there is on Pete Rose. People say he didn't bet on him. He hit like 400 in that World Series. Played great. Right? Other guys admitted, yeah, we threw it. But he was like, I didn't have anything to do with it. But they still banned him for life. Why is he not in? Right? So, to me, it sucks. It's one of those black marks on the game, but also, Pete did it to himself. He doesn't deserve it because he knew what he was doing.
Welcome back. Top of the ninth inning, Braves lead 8-0. First pitch on the way to Meyer. And coming on for the Braves is Tyler Kinley. I really thought they would give Raylo that last inning, keep him stretched out, but looks like they're not going to. Bednar's been ran out of the game for the Yankees. He gave up a 3-run home run to Tyrone Taylor, of all people. The 0-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. F5 in your scorecard, one away. Good to see you pushing buttons. Pushing buttons, working on the pool. Hope to be working in my pool here in the next. I was looking at the weather. I'm hoping somehow, some way it gets warm enough by Memorial Day next Monday. Braves are off, by the way, on Memorial Day. Righty-righty matchup, pitch foul back out of play. It's 0-1. I don't recall them being off on a lot of Memorial Days, so we're definitely going to take advantage of that. It's probably going to be one of those things where I'm getting in that pool no matter what. I don't care if it's cold or not. It's like, man, you pay to have this pool working all year long. You only get about 3 months out of it. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and popped up to Matt Olson, F3, and we're 1 out away from completing the series win. Braves ran into a buzzsaw of a pitcher Peyton Tole last night. If not that, the Braves probably would have swept, but Tole's a really good southpaw for folks who just aren't familiar with him. Pitch on the way to Wong, four-seam fastball. Red Sox down to the last out. It's 0-1. I think they might just be trying to get Tyler Kinley some work in where it's not. Is the 0-1 pitch, swing. Slaps it into right field, down for a base hit. I think they're trying to get him some work that's not high leverage to get him back on the right track. He has had a bumpy ride the last few outings. See, I hope I marked it because someone had brought up. Here it is. This goes back a couple of days ago when he gave up that last home run. Kinley had allowed a home run to 4 of the last 22 batters he faced coming into today. As the first pitch is a strike to Sogard, it's 0-1. He allowed 1 homer to 154 batters he faced as a Braves reliever prior to that stretch. So a big difference. And it's all been location. I mean, he still has pop. By the way, we have not talked about this, but have y'all seen this thing with Edwin Diaz, the ex-Mets closer, that it's now the Dodgers closer on the IL, and the illegal cockfighting ring that he's involved in is the 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. Giving chase over by the third base dugout. It'll just been out of play, and the Red Sox are down to the last strike. The short of it is, he's quoted as saying, because there's video of him at these cockfighting rings, by the way, in Dodger jerseys, no less. It says it's legal in Puerto Rico, thank God. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I feel safe. Then someone quoted that and wrote down below a federal ban on cockfighting in Puerto Rico back in 2019. So, I mean, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. The 1-2 pitch, swing, rips it down into the right field corner, and that'll get down for a base hit. Up against the wall, they're going to send the runner home. Here comes the throw to the plate, a one-hopper, and the Red Sox are on the board. It's 8-1. So if you took the over, you just skidded over the over. 8.5 was the over-under today. If you took the under, you were none too happy with Tyler Kinley. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Iron Lung. It was one of the funniest things I've seen. When I first read it, I did not know that was going to be below about the cockfighting ring being banned in 2019. So it's not like it just happened. His first pitch is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Now, he grew up down there, and maybe when he left, it was legal, and he just hadn't kept up with the rules. But evidently it's still going on. They're just not enforcing it down there. The 0-1, chopper. Down the line, it's 0-2. (0-2) count. By the way, the Mets and Yankees have made it to extra innings. Yankees are batting 6-6 in the 10th. The 0-2 count. Red Sox now down to their last strike once again. 8-1 your score. So not only does he have this IL stint, I think he's going to get suspended off of this. The 0-2, down below the knees. They check down the line. Did he go around? He did not. 1-2. I definitely believe he gets suspended if he's not wearing a Dodger jersey. If he's rocking something else, and man, if that guy's a Kansas City Royal, he's suspended for a year, no doubt. The 1-2, down in the dirt, 2-2. But evidently, PETA and a bunch of other organizations have started to pick it outside the Dodger Stadium. They had to go. I saw a video where they went out to try to explain to people that were protesting that he's on the IL, that he's not currently on the Dodgers roster. And it was pretty funny, the reaction to that. The 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. That'll end the game. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves Braves win. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses.
Do you see what you get, loser? Loser! 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 Do you see what you get when you mess with the warrior?
Braves win it 8-1. 8 runs, 8 hits, a double snowman. No errors for your Atlanta Braves. 1 run, 9 hits, no errors for the Boston Red Sox. Grant Holmes will go to 3-1. Bayo will drop to 2-5. Holmes will drop his ERA to 3.8, firing 6 scoreless. And Bayo will have his ERA shoot up to 7.16. Game ball, we're going to give it to Austin Riley. His 3-run home run in the first set the tone in the ball game. He finished his 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored, and he raises his batting average to 220. His OPS creeping up. It's at 671. And we will see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern. Braves Country Today pregame show will come on the air at 6 o'clock to get you set for the week's action. We'll go over the series coming up here for your Atlanta Braves. We are at Miami for 4. We are at home with the the Nationals for 3 next week. And we ought to have some pretty good information by then on a number of things, including Eli White is eligible to come off the IL, off the 7-day concussion protocol. Everything was trending in the right direction there. And Ronald Acuna Jr., I expect him to be back Friday against the Nationals, but we'll see what they end up saying. Y'all have a great one, Braves Country.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
Some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.